My Player Career Mode, a game mode in FIFA which has so much potential, but yet EA Sports every year seem to just put out the same game mode every single time without making any improvements. I've already talked to you guys about the 10 things that I want in FIFA 18 Career Mode that was specifically for Manager Mode, and also the 7 things that you guys wanted in Manager Mode for FIFA 18. Now today I'm going to give you guys 10 things that I want in FIFA 18 My Player Career Mode. And if you have missed those 2 videos, go check out those 2 videos before you do watch this one. The My Player game mode in FIFA Career Mode seems like it is the exact same thing every single year, just with a fresh coat of paint on the game, and EA Sports do absolutely nothing every year to make it even better and improve upon the game mode, which has been the same repetitive throughout a number of years now. The 10 things that I'll be talking about in this video are 10 things that I feel like will be great additions into FIFA 18 My Player Career Mode. I've also taken into consideration the journey, obviously the new game mode introduced in FIFA 17, and I feel like the journey will continue in FIFA 18, so I've taken that into consideration when I was making my list. So here are 10 things that I want in FIFA 18 My Player. Number 10, the ability to captain your club and country. When you are a player in real life and you are a football player, the one thing that you will take most pride in is being the captain of your club or your country. In EA's FIFA games, you will not be able to captain your club or country in My Player. They did have a game mode back in the 2014 World Cup game where you could captain your country. I don't understand why EA can't implement that little game mode into My Player and have the ability of the manager choosing you as your player and as yourself to captain your club and country when you are one of the best players in your club and in your country. Allowing your player to be the captain of the club or your country isn't a major thing in My Player Career Mode, but a little addition that will make it that much better. Number 9. The bench issue. In FIFA 17 My Player and years going back, you were either in the starting 11 and playing the game, or you are not even at all on the substitute or anywhere to be seen for that game if you're not picked in the starting 11. In FIFA 18 Career Mode, I would love for EA to introduce a bench. Say if you're not starting the game but you are on the substitutes, you get to sit out, you get to view and watch the game. The CPU will simulate the game, and then whenever your manager wants you to come on, he will call you on and you can play that actual game. Like I said, it's either you're starting in the starting 11 or not playing at all in My Player. If EA Sports were to introduce the bench and say you're sitting down on the bench and when a manager calls you up, you get to come on sort of thing. And if EA could introduce something like this, I really feel like it could benefit the My Player series. Instead of just sitting out on all your games that when you are not picked in the starting 11, sitting on the bench, and then whenever your manager does need you, you could come on. Number 8, player info. When you are playing with your created player in your My Player series, you do have your stats, yes, for the season and your overall stats. It would be awesome if EA Sports could redo the career summary and add info about your player yourself. Things such as where you are from, awards that you have won, how you did make it into the club that you're in at the moment. Just those little things would add a little nice addition into My Player. So player info, some information about your player in the career summary. At the moment in your My Player Career Mode, you can see how many players of the month you've won, player of the year, your current wage, your current value. That is awesome to see, but if EA could just go a bit more in depth with the My Player, such little things do make big things in career mode, and a bit more information about your player in your career summary would be a very nice addition. Number 7, contracts. Contracts in My Player Career Mode in FIFA 17 and in previous games is really nothing. You don't have a contract or anything. When you start your My Player series, you do not have a contract that you sign. You don't have a contract that you agree on. You just select the club that you want to go to, and well, really you just go to the club and you do start your career at that certain club. It would be awesome if you can start off a My Player series and have a few teams offering you contracts, and you can choose the contract that you do want to go with. I know EA Sports do allow the player to choose which team they want to go to, because the player obviously wants to choose what club they want their My Player to go to. But it would be great if EA Sports could implement contracts into the team that you want to go to. Say for example, I want to go to Manchester United. There's a contract that I signed before I go there. Say Manchester City will be offering me more money, and then I could choose between both Manchester sides. Contracts would be a great addition into my player. Yes, when you do sign from one club to another, you do sort of sign the contract in your My Play series, but when you do start off, it would be awesome if teams actually gave you a value and how much money they'll be giving you per contract. Say one team could be giving you less than another team when you do sign and when you do start off your My Player series. Number 6, finances. This goes hand in hand with contracts. Obviously, with your contract, you do get some money and obviously your finances, and you can spend the money that you do have. It would be awesome with the catalog at the moment in FIFA 17 and in previous games. We all know you do have a catalog. It would be awesome if EA could introduce something like a catalog where you, the player, get to actually spend the money that you make at your club. Like I said, it goes hand in hand with contracts. From the contract, the money that you make, you could spend it, say on a car or on an appearance on your player. Say you want to get new boots or something, you could go ahead and spend the money that you do have from your contract, the money that you're making, and you can buy those boots. Buying things such as apartments, obviously with your finances, with the money that you make, you can buy things like apartments, cars. This is just a few things that are coming off the top of my head, and a few examples will just make my player even that much better. You can buy the car that you want, you can buy the apartment that you've been looking for, or the house that you've been looking for, or you can use the finances, use the money on your player. Say for a new different hairstyle, you could spend your money going to the hairdresser, getting a new haircut. These are just a few things, like I said, I'm just listing, and that just little things to my player could make that major difference. And spending money in my player from the money that you get from your contract, whether that's on luxury things or things for other people, say in your My Player series, say you're spending money for other teammates, for example. These things could be awesome in my player, and EA Sports, if they put the time and detail into it, I really feel like spending money in my player will just make it even that much better. Number 5, player awards. I've already mentioned previously that you can win player of the year, player of the season, and all that stuff, but it would be awesome if EA Sports could implement the likes of the Ballon d'Or, the likes of the best player in the world, the likes of player of the month EA Sports. And we all know that EA Sports have a partnership with the Premier League. Say if you are playing in the Premier League in your My Play series, it would be awesome if they could present you a player of the month award or a manager of the month award, say for manager mode. But we'll talk about my player, and it would be awesome if EA Sports could have a little cutscene. I will be talking about that later on in the video, where you do accept your player of the month award. Say you hold it, for example, and player awards would be that extra addition into my player. Like I said with the Ballon d'Or, obviously PES have the full licensing for the UEFA, and I think they do have the full licensing for the Ballon d'Or because they do have it in their game, and like the best player of the world and winning the Champions League and stuff. But like I said, EA Sports have a partnership with the Premier League when it comes to like player of the month and that stuff, and player of the month and goal of the month. That would be awesome if you could win them in your My Play series. Have a little cutscene when you do accept your award. Winning player awards would be awesome in my player, and collecting awards throughout your career. Number 4, social media. I've already mentioned this back when I did the 10 things that I want in manager mode, career mode in FIFA 18, but this can work hand in hand with my player also. I know that there is a bit of a Twitter, a bit of a social media on the journey, but having something like this would be awesome in my player, because my player can be completely different. The things that you see on social media for the journey, obviously the journey is storylines and stuff like that, but with my player it's not storylines, but something like a social media. Before every game you have a comment to say about the upcoming game, and you do have a few options where you can say tweet out what is going to happen for your upcoming game, and then after the game, if it's a good game, if your team wins, if your team loses, and then you can give your reaction to that game, and that could also impact how the manager likes you, could impact your manager rating and how you do get along with your teammates. And social media would be a great addition into my player. Like I said, make it completely different to the journey. We all know the journey is a storyline, but my player doesn't have to be a storyline, and you can freely say what you want. Number 3, interviews. Yet again, this is in the journey, and like I said, the journey is a storyline, but my player is not a storyline. Having interviews after the game where you do have the reporter just asking you questions is easy for EA Sports. I said this yet again in manager mode. Pretty much a lot of things that I said in my manager mode, the 10 things that I want, is carrying over into My Player with just a few changes, but interviews after a game, the reporter just asks you how did you feel, etc. We've seen it in the journey. It's not that hard to go ahead and copy and paste what you have in the journey into My Player and then just change it up that little bit. Number 2, sponsorships. Yet again, this is in the journey. It's what I want in manager mode. Sponsorships could make a major difference into FIFA 18 My Player. When you are a player, you could have the choices of going with Nike, Adidas, Puma, and this can work hand in hand with finances. Choosing Adidas might give you more money than Nike, and then you have to choose which company you do have to go with, which company is going to give you the more money, which company is going to give you the more benefits, and just a bit more depth into My Player career mode, because it's always just straightforward. There you go, you play your games, try and make it in your starting 11, try and grow your overall, but little things like this could add so much depth and make it that much better and make it even more fun. Number 1, cutscenes. Cutscenes, like I've already said, the journey is one storyline. These cutscenes don't have to do with storylines. You don't have to create a storyline, you don't have to create the story, and you don't have to go through the story. Little cutscenes would be awesome in My Player. Say cutscenes throughout your season. PES do this so well. PES make everything feel important in Become a Legend and in their manager modes. Things such as signing for a new club, you can have a cutscene for that. Meeting your manager for the first time, you can have a cutscene for that. Meeting your teammates for the first time, you can have a cutscene for that. Cutscenes with your players, cutscenes before games, cutscenes after games. Not say during games, because that could be mixed up a little bit with the journey, but cutscenes throughout your My Player series would be awesome, and that is the 10 things that I want in FIFA 18 My Player. Do you have anything that I haven't covered in this video? Drop it down in the comment section down below. Make sure you go ahead and drop the video a like rating. Catch up on the 10 things that I want in manager mode and 10 things that you want in manager mode. Subscribe also if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you all on my next video.